Is this the best day to do a food tour because we are so hungry and hungover and we're gonna eat everything and we're just really excited about it. Let's go.
Welcome back to the channel, friends. We're still here in Budapest. If you haven't watched our first video, make sure to check that out.
So in this video, we are going to take you around Budapest and show you some of the local food and local drinks. Tonight, we're actually heading to the famous ruin bars with our friend Emma, who we met back in Skopje when our bus broke down. So she's gonna take us around and yeah, we're gonna go meet her right now and we'll tell you more about the ruin bars in a minute, but first we have to get on a sketchy elevator to get downstairs from our Airbnb. Oh my gosh, this thing scares the crap out of me. Oh, Jesus. All right, so ruin bars started back in 2004 when this building was about to be demolished and this group of entrepreneurs decided they wanted to turn it into a bar. Rather than like rebuilding the building or renovating the building, they decided to just kind of take it how it was and turn it into a bar. So it's literally like a giant, like a building that's in ruins that they've turned into like a bar. So we're gonna go check it out. Everyone's been telling us that we should go there. The one we're going to is called Simpler Kirk, I think. So let's go. Oh, that's the wrong door. We gotta go out this door. Oh my golly. Thing's a death trap. Made it to our first ruin bar, and now we're about to head to our second one. This is our friend Emma. Come say hi. Hello. She's gonna show us around, and yeah, it's time to go. Ready to move on. Shady elevator. There we go. What a fun night. Thank you so much to Emma for taking us out. That was incredible. We're a little drunk and we still have so much more to explore tomorrow. We're excited to take you guys to try some Hungarian food and we might have to try some more Hungarian liqueurs. And we'll see you in the morning. But also, good morning, friends. We had a little too much fun with our friends last night, and we're paying for it today.
And by morning, we mean 2 p.m.
We're getting a late start here. But the good news is the cure for any hangover is delicious food. So today we are on the hunt for some really special local Hungarian dishes. You ready to start eating?
Yeah.
Alright, so our first stop, we've come to a restaurant called Yes, It's Vegan 2. And we came here because I really wanted to try some goulash, and we haven't really been able to find like a vegetarian version. And my mouth is literally watering looking at this. It looks so tasty. So it's kind of like a really hearty stew with vegetables, and there's even vegan meat in this one. So let's give it a try. Try the broth first. Oh my god. It's like salty, but not too salty. Let's try the meat. It's so hearty and delicious. This would be especially good like in the wintertime. Or on a day like today when it's like a little cloudy. I think it's like 72 degrees out. Very hearty and delicious. Is this the best day to do a food tour because we are so hungry and hungover and we're gonna eat everything and we're just really excited about it.
Alright, I did try the vegan goulash and it was very good. But now we're on our way to ghetto goulash. Try the traditional Hungarian
Goulash.
goulash.
How many times can we say goulash?
Goulash.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm hungry.
So we're here at ghetto goulash, trying the Hungarian beef stew. And there you got little carrots, potato, beef. Like nice and hearty, really nice broth.
Which one's better, the vegan one or this one?
Obviously this one's better than the vegan one.
Why?
It has meat. The goulash is a little different than my mom used to make. She always had little macaroni noodles in there. I know there's some versions that have the noodle with it, or like a little like potato gnocchi type deal. This one just has the chopped potatoes. That is very good. It's only like €5 as well.
It's like ice cream. It's like melted ice cream. Like it's a cold cantaloupe soup with some kind of mint foam. It's so good. It tastes like dessert, is what it reminds me of.
Got some bone marrow. Never tried it before. So on an endless adventure, so thought we'd adventure as well. Oh, that's good.
Is it like fatty?
It's like fatty and buttery and bone marrowy. Yeah. Darker part of the bone marrow. Well, it's like a fatty piece of steak. Flavor's awesome. I like it a lot.
So if you guys come to Budapest on a Sunday, you have to come to this little market. We'll drop a Google pin so you guys will know where it's at, but they have tons of like handmade crafts and there's like little Hungarian women selling handmade items. It's really, really cute. So we'll leave the location in the description.
Alright friends, we're back here at the scene of the crime. Emma started us off here. We had too many of these last night. These are called frocks. They're actually just wine with soda water. It's like a spritzer that started here in Hungary. I got the Nagy frock, which is actually 2 parts wine to 1 part soda. You can do rosé or white wine. Nice in the summertime, and it just pulls you right off. Gets you back in the hangover game.
And I'm sticking to a good old-fashioned club soda because I'm still too hungover to have a drink. Very refreshing. Look at this. It looks so good. Oh my god.
We're here at Langosum. Getting some langos. Usually this has sour cream, garlic, and cheese. But we did sausage and peppers on there too. Had to get the little Hungarian sausage.
What is this? Like, what's the bread?
Oh, it's a little fry dough there. You know, dough thrown in the fryer. Almost like a funnel cake. It's crunchy on the outside and doughy in the middle.
I got palacinta, which is like a traditional Hungarian pancake. It looks to me more kind of like a crepe, like it's really thin and they're like super fresh and hot. They just came out. And I think I got mine filled with chocolate. I think you're probably supposed to fork and knife this, but oh well. Oh my god. It is so good. It tastes like a crepe filled with chocolate. This is very tasty.
Another important part of Hungarian food and drink culture is, sure, I think that's how they pronounce it, but the beer culture. And we stumbled across Downtown Beer Festival. And if you're watching, Sean Stroman, I'm drinking a Stroman beer just for you, my friend. Miss ya. See you when we get back.
I would say like private school.
And thank you for buying me this beer, Sean Stroman.
You've got like coffee.
If you'd like to buy us a beer or a coffee, click on the link in the description down below. And that's all I got.
Right. So last thing we have to try tonight is called unicum, which is like a digestif. It's like a bitter liqueur, kind of herbally tasting. We had way too much of this last night, but we didn't try any of it on camera, so we're gonna try it right now.
Cheers.
Cheers. Kind of tastes like, what were you saying?
It's supposed to be like a lesser Fernet and a more full-bodied Jägermeister.
Yeah, like a kind of a mixture between the two. Pretty good.
Good, I could drink it every day.
You could drink anything every day.
Yeah. I drink Malort, so
Yeah.
sure I can drink everything.
But stick around because we're going to be trying some more Hungarian treats tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
This is it for tonight. We'll see you in the morning.
Good night. Oh, you haven't drink yours?
I drank most of it. Ugh. Honestly, I like unicum better than I do palinka. At least it works, I guess. Is this funny to you? Not gonna miss the death elevator. How does this work? Oh god. Alright, so for our last Hungarian treat, we had to try, I don't even know how to say the name of this candy, but everyone's been telling us about them, and it's interesting because they are actually kept in the refrigerator. They're made with some type of cheese in the middle and covered with chocolate. I don't know. It sounds weird. Uh-oh, it broke. Oh god. Alright, whatever.
It's hangover day.
I'm not hungover, okay?
Just always disgraceful.
Oh, this is weird. I'm just like, the cheese is like sweet and citrusy. I don't know about this. But that's pretty good.
So they had like 20 different flavors. I believe this one's like chestnut, chestnut tiramisu looking thing. give it a try. And also, it's made from skimmed cow's milk and then covered in a chocolate glaze.
What does it taste like?
Might have like caramel to it instead of the chestnut. It's almost like a cottage cheese, people say. So it's got a little like, I don't know, almost like sour but sweet at the same time. Pretty good.
Nutmeg? Oh my god, this one's so good. Like, well, I can't put my finger on that flavor, but it reminds me of something that we've eaten at Christmas time. Oh, this is very tasty. I'm gonna try the last flavor, which is coconut. Oh, it's already melty. Oh god. This one's good too. What are those almond joys that have coconut in them? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that
think
and
that's-
mounds.
Mounds, yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It's pretty good, but the whatever flavor this one is, that's the best one for sure.
And playing our music. It's the end of our time here in Budapest. Hope you enjoyed the food and drink video here.
We had so much fun here in Budapest. We're headed to our 14th country. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video,